everyone. I hope this is working. It was not working through the event, so I know that everybody is probably confused. I'm hoping that you'll find me here, so I'm just going to wait a minute. Hey, Liberty Ijwa. Good to see you here. I'm sorry I couldn't start it through the event. I don't know why I had to do a separate video. That was really annoying. So I'm hoping that everybody who was waiting at the other stream, hey Castine, hey Zacharit, I'm really happy you're here. I'm hoping that everybody who was waiting at the other stream will find this one. Just going to wait one more second. Hi. It's so good to see all of you. I'm so glad I'm not here alone. Is the sound okay? Is the light okay? Can you see me? Yeah, I'm really bummed that it didn't work out through the other live stream. I hope everybody finds this. Okay, great. Great that you can hear me and see me. The delay seems to be a little intense. Oh, that's good, casting. That's good. Yeah, I think someone else who wanted to watch is having an issue. Okay, I see 5 people. I hope she managed to join now. Hey, Celtic Witch. Okay. There's one more person that wanted to join, and I know she was waiting at the other stream, so I'm kind of worried right now. Uh, but I'm sure she'll find it eventually, hopefully. I don't know if I can like go to WhatsApp even though I'm on here. But can you guys, excuse me for like 1 minute, be merry in the chat. I have to figure something out because I know someone is having issues joining this. So, and thank you for the like, whoever that was. I love you so much, and I will be drawing cards for you in like 2 seconds. So, hold on. Whoop. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. I'm back. I have to kind of figure this out. Like, merry chatting. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so thank you. I recognize you from Jessica's video, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. I'm really, really happy that this is working out, and I hope my face isn't covered by the chat. I don't know. But yes, so I'm going to be drawing cards for all of you, for anyone who wants me to, and we'll just see where it goes, kind of soak up the dark moon Leo energies that Jessica started yesterday, and just kind of reflect on what guidance the cards have for you. I'm going to start by showing you which decks you can choose from for me to pull out of. Oh, by the way, how are you? I didn't even ask. I'm a little bit nervous, I have to say. So, hey Jennifer, good to see you. All right. So the 3 decks that I have prepared are the Terra Mucha, which is more of a classical Rider Waite deck, with a little bit of Art Deco imagery. Then the Ostara Tarot, also a favorite among all deck collectors, I know that. And the Wild Unknown, another, like, it's the most popular deck on Amazon, and that still surprises me because it's so good, but I would think that, like, I mean, it's nothing for beginners, you know, and the fact that it's the best-selling deck just shows how many probably experienced tarot readers are out there. So what I need you guys to do is to tell me which deck you want. If you want the Tarot Mucha, you can say 1, I guess, or Mucha, or whatever. If you want the Ostara, you can say 2, or Ostara. And if you want Wild Unknown, you can say 3, or Wild Unknown. So I will know what you guys want. Okie dokie. Let me just see if I can figure out the chat. Oh gee. Okay, Bella Lacrone. I'm gonna write this all down so I have all of you. Bella is 1. Jennifer is 2. The chat is disappearing. Okay. Isariak is Ostara. Celtic Witch is Ostara. Oh, that's great. So we have each one. Castine has Ostara. Okay, let me figure out this chat real quick. Okay, Zach, all I saw from you was pretty please, so you would have to tell me which deck you want. I will gladly read for you, but I need to know which deck I should use. Or you can tell me to just use any deck that I want. Hey, Jessica, yay! I'm so happy you're here. If you do want a reading, then let me know what deck you want. Right, I need to show the decks. Any deck in the world. I have all the decks. No. So we have Tarot Mucha. That's number 1. Ostara is number 2. And Wild Unknown is number 3. Okay, so Zach, or no, Bella. Well, Bella, earlier you said 1, so I'm going to use 1. All right. And Zachary has Ostara. You guys are Ostara fans. You guys are Ostara fans. Liberté et Joie, number 1 as well. Okay. Okay. Where did I put my pen cap? Oh, it's on the pen. Okay, I'm really nervous here. Okay, so I have lined up Bella, Jennifer, Isariak. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say your name. No, Bella, I think it's great that you chose 1. And then I have Celtic Witch with Ostara Tarot. Kerstin has Ostara, Zachary has Ostara, and Liberté et Joie has Mucha Tarot. Okay, Jessica, you'll have what Bella is having. Bella said 1, and then she said whichever. So I am going to give you 1 as well, Jessica, which is Tarot Mucha. Okie dokie. You two are having a little romance in the chat. That's so cute. I wonder what all of these symbols on my screen do. I'm afraid to click them, but there's like these two circles overlapping, and I don't know. It's nuts. Okay. So I have, let me count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people. I have 8 people and 7 watching, so maybe someone is gone, but I'm just going to start. This is really exciting. And I know my mom wanted to join this live chat as well, but I think she's having technical difficulties, so I'm feeling a little bad. But I'm just going to start, and I'm hoping she'll figure it out. So the decks are right here, sleeping with the crystals right now. So, Bella. Bella has the tarot. So I'm going to start shuffling, crack my neck. God, did you hear that? That was a really loud crack. Okay. I don't think you can see me shuffling, but I swear I'm shuffling. Yes, it is a gorgeous deck. Whoa, one is kind of falling out. Oh, and it is for you, Bella, the Knight of Wands. I hope you can see it okay. Yes, I really, really love this Knight of Wands because he really embodies that energy of going where nobody has gone before without any hesitation. You just go. You have an idea, you have a passion, you have a love for something inside of you, and you just decide to do whatever it is you want to do. And what I find especially funny, I have to say, he is really holding it more like a club than a wand in this case. So he looks sort of like ready to fight, ready to go. And I know that the booklet, I love the booklet because it says that he dares to go where nobody has tread before or something like that. And I think, yeah, so I think this card is asking you, or kind of reaffirming, if you say that it's fitting your situation, then it's definitely reaffirming that you should go down that road that you're considering right now, and you should do it full speed ahead. If you feel that creative impulse, then go with it. Don't think about it, sort of like I did with this live video where I just spontaneously decided to do it, and yeah, just roll with it. An idea comes into your mind. You might think it's a bad idea. 10 minutes before, you might think it's a bad idea, but then bam, it all works out. It all works out. And that's what this beautiful knight is about. And I love that his horse is jumping. It's the only horse that is jumping out of all the knights. And yeah, it almost has that fool vibe of just, going into I'm so glad it resonates with you, Bella. Yeah, of going into a new territory and not quite knowing what's going to happen, but this knight is basically protected by whatever it is, whatever divine entity you believe in, nature, everything. It is protected. It's safe to go. So just go for it. Woo, I love it. This card has got me riled up. All of the wand cards, you can't stop me. You can't stop me when they come up. All right. So Jennifer is next. Trusting you have it under control. Yes. That's true, because knights are that sort of card that has it all. They have it figured out. They think they have it figured out sometimes, even though they don't. but they will definitely be successful either way. So, yes, I will move on to Jennifer, who had number 2, which is Ostara Tarot. So I'm just going to take the crystal off of that. And for anybody joining now, if I think there's a new person possibly, just let me know what deck you want me to read with. There's the Tarot Mucha, number 1, Ostara Tarot, number 2, and Wild Unknown, number 3. And if you want me to choose, just say that. I'll draw a card for you. Okay, so we're moving on to the Ostara for Jennifer. Hey, Island Alien. All right, just let me know if you want a reading, you can still pop in. All right. Oh, I feel like it's gonna be this card. Ooh. Okay, Jennifer. You ready? I pulled the cute little raccoon family for you. This is the 7 of discs. 7 of discs. And basically, it's just a family, and they have like a tea set and their little tree stump there. And they have a bunch of discs right here that have owls on them, actually. And yeah, it looks like, I mean, I always thought it was like a nuclear family, like daddy raccoon and mommy raccoon, but honestly, it looks like a single mama, possibly. But yeah, so Jennifer, I feel like this card very strongly speaks to creating a stable home in very small and thought out steps. And the owls as a symbol on the coins sort of, they remind me of, being smart about how you handle your money and being wise about handling your money. Sometimes wisdom and money, those are the two things that don't quite go together. Like spirituality and money, where everybody is wondering, like, how does it go together? But I feel like I kind of went off on a tangent there. But I feel like it's basically speaking to you applying the wisdom that you have gained to your financial situation, possibly in order to create stability. And the stability might take a while to build, but in the end, it's like this beautiful image of safety and of a family. Just, also, it has this implication of sharing your wealth almost. It's not like they are hiding it away in their cave, in their tree trunk, but they are openly displaying it and openly saying, hey, we are a safe space. If you want to join us, come along, possibly. That's what's coming to my mind. So I feel like maybe you're in a situation where you're either trying to create stability for yourself and create a home, or you are putting in a lot of work to create a safe space for people around you. And the energy of this card is definitely going to help you with that, I feel like. So let me know if it applied at all, if it resonated with you, Jennifer. And yeah, basically, cute raccoons, safety, balancing momhood and family with the work that wants to come out of me. Yeah, yeah, I definitely stability in mind, but of my new work plus new home. Oh wow, okay. New work and new home, that's gonna need some heavy raccooning. That's gonna need some owl coins right there. So yeah, I guess Oh, congratulations. Congratulations. Gosh, it's so cute how fitting this card is then. Yeah, definitely. And I feel like yeah, it speaks to being able to, as I said, apply the wisdom in your spirituality to your daily life. Because, sometimes it's sort of hard to do that. We sometimes get a little lost in thinking that spirituality and everyday life don't go together. And maybe this card is also asking you, like, what small steps, what tiny, tiny things, what tiny rituals or routines can you get back into your life, even though you basically have a full-time job as a mom? Hmm. Yeah, Jessica. Yeah. I know you talked about that before, that the Ostara is sort of the family deck, and I feel like it too. And yeah, I think just maybe use this new moon, or I don't know, just tonight if you want to sort of reflect on where you can carve out time for the little spiritual nuggets, because I feel like the discs are also very strongly about spirituality and about treasure in general, whether that's literal financial treasure or spiritual treasure. Lucy Pierce's The Rainbow Way. Oh, that's great. That's great, Jessica. Yeah, so let's reconquer some space from the tiny raccoons for your spiritual practice, basically. All right. Next up, I have Aziriak. I'm still not sure how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry. Iziriak? I don't know. I don't remember how you pronounced it yesterday in your live stream, Jessica. Oh yeah, I'm seeing that some people might be joining or not. If you want a reading, let me know. Just shout out in the comments that you want a reading, and I'll probably just choose a deck for you and tell you when it is your turn. I don't remember how I said it the first time. Aziriak. Aziriak? I'll stick with Aziriak and hope that's right. All right, so let's give this Ostara a shuffle. Move the energies around. Again, for anyone who's joining, just let me know. Yeah, Jennifer, I get it. I get it. And those pockets of time are even more valuable then. Even more. And it's hard to prioritize. So. Oh, thank you, Bella. When I'm nervous, I laugh a lot. I laugh a lot all the time. Anyway, shuffling for Aziriak. Whoops, one turned over. That one really wanted to get out, and it's an awesome one. It's an awesome one. Whoa. It is the Strength, and I adore this Strength card. Since the quality isn't the best, let me just explain what is going on here. You have a dragon with its eyes closed, and she is sort of petting it. And you have this woman who is obviously slightly hurt, possibly even from fighting and taming the dragon, because strength is often about taming. Oh, Bella, that's so sweet. um, yes, so maybe it's even wounds that she retained from taming this dragon. And actually, as I'm looking at this card, and I have never thought this about this card before, you know how Odin had to lose an eye in order to gain wisdom from the gods, I think, or something like that. Jessica is the story witch, so she probably knows better what happened to Odin, but this is reminding me of this right now. So I feel like there might have been something in your life, either recently or something that you've been trying to release or have already lost, that is becoming a great source of strength for you and a great source of growth. And she has these two cities. They are tiny, tiny miniature cities on her shoulders. And Ziriak is a Nordic girl. And they have a sun and a moon above them. So I feel like this isn't just about focusing on the wounds that you may have gotten into your, sorry, reading the chat and talking at the same time. That's terrible. Yes, so combining the wisdom that you gained through these wounds and through this woundedness with a renewed sense of balance, you know, respecting that there's a whole city of light and a whole city of darkness. You sort of have the lightscape and the shadowscape all within you, and it's fine. Both, you know, both needs to be accepted, both is part of the equation. And yes, basically learning anew to balance them, possibly through a little bit of pain that you might have gone through. And I also have to mention she is holding her heart, or a heart, I guess, a glowing heart. So this card really has it all. It has the emotion, it has the shadows, it has the light, it has the physical pain and the emotional pain that we sustain sometimes, and it has the strength, the other side, where you come out of this experience strengthened and revitalized. And I'm so glad this card came through. And it's definitely, to me, always a huge, huge encouragement in anything I'm doing, where I'm like, okay, yes, I know that I've conquered certain shadows. So maybe even just thinking about, like, what parts of you that you don't like have you integrated recently? Have you come to accept? So, yes. And thinking about that can already be very fruitful, because sometimes we forget all the things we've overcome, and we forget that we've come a long way and we've integrated a lot of shadows, and it always goes back and forth between light and dark. Azeric says, I have talked a lot about my pain lately and it was very relieving. Yes, I think that's also part of this card, definitely. Where first you get to know your own pain and you're sort of alone with it almost for quite a while. And then you step outside and you haven't quite overcome it yet. But the last part of releasing that pain is to talk to others about it, and possibly even to tell others that, you know, what you've gone through, in order to help them. Because everything we talk about inspires other people, whether we want to or not. It's, even if you just talk about your pain, it gives them a slice of life of another person, and you might be improving their lives with that as well, by showing your shadow side and not pushing it away. Just living in that sun city doesn't work. The moon city is so beautiful. So spending time there and communicating it to other people, inviting other people into your moon city, basically. Yes, that's what this card is about. So I really love it. Okay. Let's see. Wisdom sharer, light and shadow bearer. Oh, that's a nice rhyme. That's a nice little poem. Yes, keeping that heart focused, Jessica, exactly. spot on, carrying that heart right in the middle, right in the middle. All right, so I'm going to move on to Celtic Witch. So Celtic Witch, you chose the Osara Tarot as well. So I'm going to give that another shuffle. The cardstock of this is so incredible that I feel like I can't shuffle it with my eyes closed, because then I'm just going to make a mistake and everything will fall down. I'll try it. Whoop. Well, a card fell. Excuse me. Whoop. I'm back. Actually, 2 cards fell. Can't ignore that. So this is for Celtic Witch. And it is actually the 4 of Cups and the 5 of Cups. Oh, Jessica, that's an interesting idea, putting powder on it. Yeah, I had to unstick all of the cards. All right, so let me see. Let's start with the 4 of Cups for now. Oh, I love this card. It's a woman in a bunny mask holding a small bunny to her chest. And she has 3, as always in the 4 of Cups, she has 3 perfectly good cups and then 1 cup that she is offering, that she is being offered, but she is turning away from it. Yeah, Celtic Witch, you're getting 2 for 1, 2 for 1, or 2 for 1 for 2. No, 2 for 1. 2 for the price of 1, which is still free. And you know, a lot of people, and I agree with this, with the 4 of Cups, always talk about how it's important to sometimes allow yourself to revel a little bit in a certain grief, a certain pain, and to live through it rather than just to take the next cup, because that cup kind of looks like it has alcohol in it. So yes, basically, I think it's about protecting something that was in danger, because bunnies, you know, they get very easily spooked, and protecting an innocent part of yourself. I feel like this card is asking you to do that. Seeing what part of you is possibly being infringed upon right now, or what part of you people say like, oh, just let go of it, just go to the next thing, you know. But it might be time for you to keep sticking with that vulnerable part of you, rather than just moving on to the next cup of tea, the next cup of champagne. So yes, and I know a lot of people read this negatively, like, oh, you can't see the positive, but that's not how I feel like it right now. And then the 5 of Cups. This is sort of the evolved state of the 4. And as we can see, the bunnies have sort of turned into snakes. And they are slithering through, making more time for yourself. That's really important. That's true. And I love the face of the snake. I know you probably can't tell, but the face of that snake is ridiculous. If you have this deck, look at the face of that snake. It's going like, oh. You've been through a lot. Yeah. And I feel like the progression of this is sort of up to you, whether you see it this way around or that way around, you know. Whether you say, okay, I've moved from this pain, from this awful feeling pain where it feels like I'm just surrounded by negativity and stuck and crying over spilled tea, as you say. Moving towards this, where you're like, okay, I figured out what this grief and what this pain wants me to pay attention to. That innocent part of you, you know, sometimes pain shows you what is really important. Sometimes anger shows you what's really important, because once you go to the core of that, you will realize where it's coming from and which part of you wanted attention and basically made you react in a certain way in order to get that attention. I hope I'm making sense, sort of rambling here. But yes, so it's sort of up to you whether you kind of get stuck in this position where the snakes, which are usually, you know, a sign of recognition and a sign of wisdom, of renewal, because they shed their skin. Whether you are surrounded by them, but close your eyes to it, close your eyes to the renewal that these white snakes, and they are white, which I think is also about positivity, not that dark and light are always positive and negative, but I feel like white snakes are definitely a sign of that, you know, positive realization and positive shedding of the skin. So figuring out and opening your eyes to these parts of you, basically, and then embracing them and protecting them from others. Okay, Celtic Witch, yeah, no one understands my spiritual side, and that's my number one focus right now in order to progress, like you said. Yeah, I know that's a common thing. And I mean, with Leo season, as Jessica said yesterday in her live stream, it really is all about the heart. And the cups, you know, they are about emotion, and they are about living your truth, your emotional truth. And this vulnerable bunny, you might have to protect it for a little bit from other people until you feel ready to step out and say, okay, this is my spirituality. Either you're going to accept it or you're out, you know? But sometimes, of course, the most meaningful things happen when we are alone. Oh, you're a Leo, right? I remember you said that yesterday. Yeah. So, well, I'm really warm. I'm sorry. But yes, so I definitely see this renewal here and protecting your spiritual side from anyone that is trying to attack it and doesn't want to understand why you're protecting it. Okay. Oh, I'm really warm. I wonder, like, how warm is it for you guys? Because it was like 31 degrees, which was cool for how the past week has been, but it's still terrible. Whew. All right, Castine, sorry you had to wait so long. I can't believe I've been bubbling for 40 minutes. Castine has Ostara as well. You're very welcome, Celtic Witch. You're very welcome, and you're on the right path. So yeah, maybe think about how you can protect it. Hey, Missy. If anyone is joining and wants a reading, then just let me know. 106. I don't know Fahrenheit, you know. So the 31 were Celsius. Fatima, yes, of course you can ask something. Everybody can get a free 1-card tarot reading, but you have to get in line. So right now I still have to do 4 people, and after that I'm open again. So yes. So just let me know if you want a reading, and then we will figure it out when I get to you. Let me read that again. Fatima, if you want to, I can do a general love reading for you. So you just sort of know what energies are going around and what energies can be helping you. but I cannot tell you the future. I cannot tell you whether it's going to work out or not, but I can definitely, if you wish to get this sort of reading, I can tell you what energies are in the air and how it can help you. But for now, I will write you down, Fatima. For now, I want to concentrate on casting. Yes, Moon Mom L, good to see you're here. 41 Celsius. I'm sorry I said anything about it being hot here. If it's 41 degrees for you, then, well. Okay, Moon Mom L, I will tell you, I will put you in the queue. It will take a little bit. Okay, casting. I am sweaty and ready. Oh gosh. Okay. Just ignore I said that. Okay. Casting. If I miss any of the chat, I'm very sorry. I'm trying to keep up, but I want to focus as well. Ooh, this card wants out. Okay, casting. You got the Emperor. A beautiful, beautiful Emperor in every sense of the word. Oh, thank you, Liberté Joie. Yeah, so I feel like the Emperor, what I love here is that he is basically a combination of, you know, sort of the dreamer archetype, thinking something up, making it up in his mind, but at the same time, he is also carrying that to the outside, you know? He has all of these tattoos or body drawings. Yes, it's very, very beautiful. Hey, Nicolina, I can do a general love reading for you as well. I can write you down in the queue if you want to. It will take a little bit until I get to you. I think I will just ask if people are still there when I get to them. So, the Emperor. And I feel like the Emperor casting is also very related to people who are trying to build a business, you know. They have a dream and they have a creative vision and they want to bring it into reality. And where this Emperor starts to bring it into reality is on his own body. He starts with himself. He starts with the work on his own body, on his own mind, on his own creativity. Whoa, a storm is coming up outside. I hope you can't hear it. Wow, it's really stormy. I know you're in Germany too, casting, so let me know how the weather is. So, and obviously he has this reference to Pan as well. And your inner emperor, yes, definitely. And I feel like this inner emperor is basically driving you forward, but not in an aggressive, you know, uber masculine way, but in a gentle, like, maybe you should consider this schwül und unangenehm. That's a spot on description. I keep reading the chat. Jessica, I don't know how you do it in your live streams. The chat is throwing me for a loop. But yes. What deck is this? Liz, this is the Ostara Tarot. Ostara Tarot. I know, casting. I know you meant the weather, not the Emperor. Yes. So I don't know if you're maybe in the process of sort of building your own empire. This card might be asking you, in what respects can you carry your inner vision to the outside? In what respects can you grow yourself in order to project what your dreams are to the outside, you know? And this card, of course, also has this. Thanks, Jessica. And this card, as I said, also has the reference to Pan, of course, who is more about, like, you know, nature and joy. So I feel like whatever endeavor it is that you might be having, if we weren't hot before, we definitely are now with this Emperor card. Jessica, the chat. I just said it's distracting and now you're distracting me more. But yes, that's exactly my thoughts. Oh, I'm so sorry, Casting. I'm trying to focus here. But with this guy and you guys, it's really pouring outside, I think. It's super, super windy. Anyway, where are you building right now? What are you building right now? And how can this dude, this beautiful man, this beautiful man help you in achieving this with his message about connecting to yourself and to the outside world in an equal way? Don't do things half-heartedly, do them full on, but always connect back to yourself. So maybe you have an idea in your head and you don't quite know how to go about it creatively or, you know, organizationally, intelligently. It is pouring outside right now. And you don't quite know how to go about it. And the Emperor is basically asking you, just connect back, look at your body, connect with your body, maybe go out into nature and feel the joy, and you will find your answer there. You will find your answer in your body, because all the wisdom you have is marked on your body, sort of like in the Strength card earlier. Just believe me, there's a storm, I swear. But yes, I hope it resonated with you. Thank you, Casting. Thank you. Okay. Zachariah is next. And it's also the Ostara. The Ostara is a big star with you guys. Yeah, Moon Mom L is the only one who chose Wild Unknown so far. So, thank you, Liberté. That's so nice. Okay, so Zachariah, listen up. You're next. Phew. Shuffling, moving around the energies for Zach now. Seeing what the next few days and weeks, the next moon phase can bring. This beautiful Leo dark moon. And there's a card that wants out. Ah, that's an interesting one. It's the Five of Wands. And what I find super interesting about this card is you can't tell whether this is one snake in this Five of Wands, one long snake with two heads, or two snakes, but also they have the wands stuck in them and they are also bleeding. So I feel like this points towards, I like to read it as one large snake that has two heads, two wills, you know, too much willpower into two directions. And it's just sort of pulling itself, and also the wands, which sort of represent Oh, this chat. It's so hard not to read. I should focus on the card first. But yes, the Five of Wands. um, the wands in this case for me stand for small pockets of agency that you've kind of carved out, but there's just too many of them. There's so many directions you can go in, so many decisions that you feel are sort of, related to each other. No, Jessica, I don't think it was the woman waving off the cart. Mm. But I don't remember either, Zach. I'm sorry. But yes, so maybe this card's energy is asking you to re-examine, or it was the woman waving off the card. I'm sorry, I said no. I know nothing. Excuse me. It's too hot. It's too hot. Yes. So, I mean, the woman waving off the card obviously is about that sort of Leo release. Um, but we have some sort of tornness about it. Two directions maybe that you are planning to go in or that you see that you might be going in and you just can't quite figure out. There's an internal conflict. That's probably the most concise way to describe this, an internal conflict. And I think what this card might mostly be asking you for is to sit down and take the will out of this situation. If you struggle with a decision, sometimes our willpower goes a bit nuts into two different directions. And sitting down and figuring out, okay, what do my emotions say to this? What does my mind say to it? Am I maybe just stuck resisting something because I don't want to be like someone else? So much fire, but unsure where to direct it. Yes, Jessica, that's also very fitting. That's very fitting. And, figuring out where the fire comes from, where all of that fire comes from, and why it's there, Why do you feel so strongly? Sometimes we start feeling so intensely, me especially, me at least, we start feeling so intensely about certain things without knowing why or where it's coming from. And I feel like this card is reminding you to check in whether those strong pangs of willpower are true to your emotion and true to your mind, true to your spirituality, true to the people around you. And that's how you can find the right path, by taking into consideration other things than the obvious and other things than your own desire and your own passion for something. So I hope this resonated with you, Zach. For anyone joining now, you can still sign up for a reading, and I will let you know when it's your turn. Whew, I have to take a little breather because it's so hot here. Whoops. My hair swiped a card off the table. Hey Naomi, good to see you here. If you want to get a reading, let me know. There's still a few people in the queue, but Liz, yes, I'll write you down. Liz. Hey Jessica. Okay, Naomi as well. Okay, Naomi and Liz, I'm going to need you to tell me which decks you would like. I have the Tarot Mucha, number 1, Ostara, number 2, and the Wild Unknown, number 3. You're very welcome, Zach. I also have a very cold tea. I made this an hour ago and it's still warm. Oh, I'm sorry you guys are disconnecting. Okay, Naomi, I got it. Ostara, I'll write that down. Everybody loves Ostara. Mm. Yeah, Jessica, it's so true, right? I'm just taking a moment here, sort of cooling down. All right, Liz, I'll write down the wild unknown for you. I hope my phone isn't going to like explode because my phone gets quite hot very easily. I can't believe this tea is still warm. It's been an hour. Just shows how miserably hot it is here. I'm doing it. I'm doing it, Liberté. Keeping my strength up. Thank you, Cassie. Thank you, thank you. All right. Who's next? Liberté et joie. You're actually next. Yay. And you chose number 1. And as it is storming outside, I'm going to start shuffling the Mucha Tarot for you. Okay. Yeah, Jessica, I'm so amazed. There's so many people. I'm super excited. I'm really excited. Thank you, everyone. I'm so happy this is working out. And after this one, you're next, Jessica. So yes, yes, across Mother Gaia. All right. So Liberté et Joie. For you, I drew the 7 of Swords. I have actually recently, if any of you follow me on Instagram, talked about this card. Yeah, Jessica. Well, that's a little different. But do you know German? Now I'm intrigued. Do you know German? Because then your next live chat will have to be German. All right, so I have talked about this card recently because I reflected on it a lot. It was one of those cards that for me, they always felt like they only had a divinatory meaning, like someone is trying to steal something from you, whether it's an idea or money. But I have come to see this card as a reminder that sometimes taking the long way is better than taking a shortcut. You know, this guy is sort of running off with what he thinks is going to be a good bounty, and he's taking a short-term solution to a long-term problem, basically. He's probably scared of war, or he's scared of, fighting. He's scared of expressing his opinion. And so he takes away everybody else's agency and everybody else's swords, so to speak. And maybe this card is just asking you to think about what subject you are dealing with that is going to need more reflection rather than a quick fix or a quick solution. So yes, basically being able to reflect on who you're taking the swords from also, maybe which part of you or what other people. I need a fan. I need a fan. And one could argue this guy could have profited more from having the people attached. Suggestions for questions to draw on. Oh, you mean if I have a suggestion on what question you could draw on? I had to understand that for a second. If that's what you mean, then yes, I'll give you some suggestions. But I want to say real quick, one could say that the humans attached to these swords would have helped this guy more than just the swords, you know? If he had the protection of 6 other people, then yes, he probably could have profited more than just by stealing the swords. So I'm going to read the booklet because this booklet is extremely good. Let me just find it real quick. Discs, cups. So the 7 of Swords. I'm going to read from this booklet. In the pre-dawn hush, a warrior sneaks into the enemy camp and steals their weapons. He does not care about honor or righteous battle. Acting on his own, he pursues victory at any price. Taking such a sly and indirect strategic position throws everything into potential chaos. The traditional rules of war no longer apply, and the danger has been increased by this rash action. The next step should be considered very carefully. So I feel like, you know, the question you might want to draw on, I like that this text talked about chaos. With your actions, where do you feel like you might be disturbing others with what you do? And are they right to be disturbed, or are they, in your eyes, wrong to be disturbed? And does this create any sort of chaos in your life that you maybe haven't even noticed? You know, sometimes we get so stuck in structures, stuck in relationships that we don't notice when things start becoming chaotic, you know? And I feel like that's what you might want to ask about. Maybe there is an impact that you have on someone else, or that someone else is having on you that you don't realize yet. So maybe next time you might want to ask the cards what influences are going out and what influences are coming in, and just see what comes up. See how you feel about the people in your life, how you act towards them. And yes, see the influences that are going around, you know, who's stealing whose ideas, who's running off with whose, I don't know, swords. Yeah, so maybe reflect on that. That's my idea. Okay. Jessica, you're next. You're next. Yes, chaos influences. Chaos can be such an awesome thing if you're aware of it. If you're aware of it. All right, Jessica, going with the Tarot Mucha, just like Bella, as you wished. Oh, this is your card, Jessica. The 10 of Cups. A sip of tea to the 10 of Cups. Raise your cups. And we're 10 people, so if everybody raises their cups, we have 10 cups. So what I find very, very interesting about this card, I know in the Rider-Waite it is often displayed as, um, it is sometimes displayed as a family looking upon a rainbow. And I feel like this card much more, it doesn't quite look like a family to me. It looks like a community to me. It sort of looks, your cup is empty, Jessica. Fill it up quickly. You can still raise it, right? You can still raise an empty cup. um, so this card always gives me this vibe of, sort of a Garden Eden society, sort of a closed, very blissful community that is closed within itself and completely happy, sort of, but also opening up to the future, I guess, sort of, not like a gated community that we have nowadays to keep everybody out, but it's a, yeah, it's more of a return to a mindset of community rather than to a mindset of everybody being an individual and acting on their own. It's such a beautiful card. And I love that the rainbow is 10 cups right here. So I feel like this card's energy might be encouraging you to engage in your community, which I know you always do, and that is what I legitimately love you for, Jessica, that you engage with this community so givingly and so openly and so beautifully. So it's very fitting that I drew this card for you. It sort of just sums up your aura, your vibe, I feel like. And, I don't know, I just can't shake that idea of a community just leaving society, going into a beautiful valley where everything is green and there's rivers and it's beautiful, and just, building something new, building something based on emotion and based on bliss, pure bliss. And I feel like Leo is definitely the right dark moon for this sort of thing. So it might even be asking you, what can be released that is sort of holding you back? What's behind these people? This, I feel like, is also a card that I'd love to path work with, just sort of, yes, casting the love and respect we all feel for Jessica. Path working with this card and going into this community of blissful people and, finding out what their life is all about and carrying it on to reality. I don't know what red tent is. You're going to have to explain that to me. But yes, so this is your community. Yeah. Oh, red tent. Okay, I get it. Yeah, I get it. I was like spacing. I get it. Moon time. Yeah, I think that's a beautiful idea. That's a beautiful idea to include more people and, all the male witches out there, all the emperors out there, if you know what I mean. We ran into that emperor. He can always he can always join. Okay, yeah, Jessica. That's what I figured. Yeah. I mean, this might be that little call, creating a society where everyone can feel safe, where everyone can feel bliss. Which is hard in these times, admittedly. Yeah. But yeah, that's so beautiful. I'm so glad I drew this card for you. I need another drink. And now I have Fatima coming up. Fatima, can you tell me if you're still there? I'm just going to wait a minute and see if Fatima still wants her reading. So just comment in the chat and then I'll do it. Yeah, the 10 of Cups is probably not the start of this, but it's definitely the definitely another pointer that this is an awesome idea, because some of the people on that card were definitely men, you know. Oh, thank you. I didn't notice 100 subscribers. Yay. Let's party. Raise the cups once again. Okay, Fatima hasn't responded, so I will assume she is not there. So I'm going to do Moon Mom L now. Moon Mom L, let me know if you are still there. I'm delighted to do a reading for you. And with the Wild Unknown, finally. Phew, my channel. Yes, my channel is about tarot and about living the life. I'm not, whoops, I'm not prepared for an elevator pitch right now. That might be me. It took a while to find you. Had to go back to Jessica's video to find you on Yasma. All right. Well, I'm going to do Moon Mom L's reading now. Moon Mom L. Yay, Naomi. Thank you for subbing. So, yes, free card readings right now. Moon Mom L is next. Can I somehow see who's there? Like, I'm just going to... No. I thought I could maybe tap the little person and see who all is present. Unfortunately not. But I'm going to do Moon Mom L's reading. Okay. The Wild Unknown. I'm looking forward to this. It's not a deck that I mean, I don't know all the cards by heart, but I definitely connect with them very well. Okay, we have a card. So, Moon Mom L. Moon Mom L, this is your card. And it is, whoops, I have it upside down. Yes, it is the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands. Let's first read what's in the booklet. Or actually, I'm gonna rant a little. What I love about this card is the different focus points we have. We have, you know, this sort of portal to another creative universe. And then outside we have, I don't know, a widening portal maybe. All of the ideas are sort of zeroing in on one focus point creatively. It's all sort of coming together. And the Four of Wands. I'm going to look at the booklet. That's the booklet. Ah, Jessica, that's so cool. Four of Wands. Completion and celebration. Yes, that's definitely what this card is traditionally about. I'm going to read the text. You've done it. The Four of Wands is a card of completion. Your labors have been steady and strong, and the harvest will be plentiful. In other words, it's time to party. There might be an upcoming event to mark this occasion, a graduation, a wedding, or celebration of some kind. So enjoy yourself and those you love. This is an exciting and prosperous time. So what I'm getting very, very strongly from this card as I read it is that I feel like all of this positive energy represented by the yellow that you've been putting into your life, Moon Mom L, and I know it's not always easy. I I know your job is tough. Um, yeah, but you're on vacation. I know that as well. So I feel like it might be time for a ritual to sort of mark the occasion of your achievements. What do you feel like you've achieved recently, especially in a creative sense? You know, what art have you created recently? How have you been putting yourself out more recently and sharing the creative gift that you no doubt have with the world? And being able to celebrate that is going to give it sort of an ending, but also a new beginning, you know, kind of going to the next stage of the creative process or the process that you're in. You're very welcome, Zach. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Yeah, Jessica, the many levels. So, yes, I feel like Moon Mom L, you have created out of sort of something, I don't want to say disorderly, but something not as joyful. You have created something joyful. And now it's time to focus in on the core of that. Why did you do it? What have you reached? Appreciate yourself. Throw a party for yourself. And, you know, maybe do a little ritual that reminds you how far you've come creatively and emotionally and on your path of fire, which I know isn't always your path. The path of fire, it's quite an intense one. But yes, so throw a party, do a ritual. That is what I'm getting from this card. Oh, it looks like an eye, Jessica. That's also a really good point. If I hold it like this, it's basically a perfect eye. Yeah. Honing in on that iris in the middle and seeing what you've achieved, perceiving it. Focus on what is great about you. Exactly, Jessica. Okay. I'm going to take another sip of tea. Okay, Ziriac. See you. Okay, hold on. Who's next? Nicolina. Nicolina was the other love reading. So, Nicolina, let me know if you're still there. I'll give you a minute again. Oh, and I have to plug in my phone because it's running out of energy. So, let me see if I can figure this out without breaking anything, guys. Whoops. All right, I'm charging my phone. So we won't lose connection. Let me see the chat again. Okay, it seems that Nicolina is not there anymore. So I'm going to do Liz. Liz. If you're there, this is your time. And after that, Naomi. 23, oh my gosh. What does that mean? Dropping something at 23. Yes, Liz, I would have done you either way. Sometimes I say things and afterwards I think like, all right. Woo! The wild unknown strikes again. You're welcome, Moon Mom L. I'm very happy you were able to make it to this stream. All right. Liz. All right, Liz. Let's get a card out. This is a rough one. Sorry, wrong way around. I was talking to someone about this exact card. Woof. I'm not scared of the meaning, I'm just scared of the image, you know? I totally don't mind the Nine of Swords, but all right. So as you can see here, it's a decaying piece of flesh, 2 eyeballs, and yeah, Liz, it's a full-on image. And maggots, I hate describing this. I love describing cards, but not this one. Okay, so apart from the gruesome image, I don't think this is a terrible card. And I think this card wants us to think, you know, wants us to kind of recoil and go, ugh, because decay and death and seeing things unraveled, you know, seeing what is below the surface can be so scary for us humans. And even if you're a shadow worker, if you know that, you know, there's nothing to be scared of inside of you, there's still this fear that lingers sometimes. And this card is telling you to challenge that fear. It is a card of being very, very brave about asking yourself which parts of your shadow you're trying very, very hard to ignore. Because there are certain situations where we react in in ways that we regret afterwards and that we find disgusting afterwards. And then we say like, no, that's not me. That's not how I want to act. But usually it keeps on happening. And asking yourself, maybe you've had a situation recently, maybe you will have one in the next few days, where you react in a way that's not quite in accordance with what you imagine to be your highest self. And then go and do that work. Like, ask yourself, why have I reacted this way? Why am I acting this way right now? And what comes up makes me think of dissolving bad thought processes. Yes, that too. Dissolving them literally. And you know, not turning a blind eye to the more disgusting parts of you. Because what we all want to do as I hold this card into this camera is not look at it. It's not a beautiful card. Rotting away the old, fertilizing something new. Yeah, for sure. But acknowledging that process of rotting, and acknowledging that maybe, I dare not say it, but maybe you're the maggot. You're the maggot that needs to eat the old and the, kind of digest all of that disgustingness and make space for something new and create something new through that. Yes, that's definitely what I see in this card. So, be one with the maggot. Ah, the most beautiful message this evening, isn't it, everyone? Yeah, I've always wondered what this flesh is. An embryo. It looks like a dinosaur tail to me because it has these spikes on it. Just a casual dinosaur tail getting digested. Yeah. Yeah, accept the process of the maggot, as disgusting as it sounds, basically. Yeah, or a claw. I don't know. I think I will always just see it as a dinosaur tail. It makes the card a little bit funnier, A little bit funnier. You guys, I have to see how my battery is doing. I don't know if it's getting like really low. I hope not. I hope I can stay a little, but I'm gonna step it up. Naomi, you're the last one anyways. Ostara. Yeah, Jessica, those fossils, those dinosaur fossils. Okay. Stepping it up for Naomi. Ostara Tarot. If I do go out, which I hope I will not, I'm just going to start another live screen like 10 minutes later after my phone charges, but I hope that's not going to happen. So, yes. Naomi. Back on safe ground. Yeah, Jessica. No decaying corpses here, luckily. Just cute mice. So, the Ace of Coins. You're very welcome, Liz. The Ace of Coins. I feel like I love that in the Ostara Tarot, all of the aces are mice. Because the aces combine a very energetic and very raw and strong vibe, a very strong energy. Yes, it is Island Alien. A very strong, strong energy with a starting point. So the mice, or the mouse in this case, the mouse in this Ace of Discs is the starting point of something new. Chalk and cheese. I'm just trying to find out. I think that's an anchor on the coin. And you know what I love about this mouse? It's sort of almost throwing the coin. It's like, okay, I'm gonna make that investment. And no matter where it lands, there's like an ocean of flowers down here. That's how I imagine it. It's like, I'm just going to trust it and toss out that coin, It's sort of like not flipping a coin, because that would be making a decision, but more like investing your energy in something. Not on the card between last card and this one. But yes, sort of investing your time and energy and possibly even money into something. So if you've been thinking about you know, purchasing something fancy for yourself, whether it's a weekend at a massage place or a spa place or a fancy tarot course that you might want to do. Make a wish, toss that coin. Yeah, I love that idea. Tossing the coin. Whoa, there was thunder outside just now. Tossing the coin not into a well, because that's what you usually do with wish coins, but tossing it into an ocean of flowers. Isn't that beautiful? That's so beautiful. Giving it back to nature, kind of. So, yes, I'm very exhausted right now. I hope I'm making sense and this resonates with you. So this card is basically encouraging you to make an investment in whatever way you see fit, whether it's financial, your time, your love, your support, all of the above. See where you want to put in that coin. Go to Las Vegas, play the lotto. Can I get sued for that? Telling you to play the lotto in a tarot card reading? I'm glad, Naomi. I'm glad it resonates. I'm sorry. Now I'm just imagining getting sued because I told someone to play the lotto. I'm getting tired, so it's way funnier than it is to me. So, yes. Yes, courses or anything that speaks to you, you know, anywhere where you're thinking, like, huh, that might be a good investment actually. Follow your nose, follow the little mice, and you'll end up at the right place in the ocean of vast flowers. Pop a disclaimer somewhere, yes. Disclaimer. You're right, you're right. Do not play the lotto. But yes. Exactly, Casting, exactly. But you might. If you play the lotto after this, I cannot guarantee that you will win, but I feel very, very, now I can't think of the word, not fortunate. I don't know. I'm losing it, guys. I'm losing it. And so is my phone, sort of. I can't believe I went an hour and a half. And you guys, like, ugh, I'm blown away because, you know, my biggest fear was that nobody would be there. And after, better things to spend my money on, like resources for learning. Yeah. Because, it's funny. We're always so quick to spend money on things that we don't really need, like clothing or tea or food. And then we don't spend any money on, knowledge and wisdom. So, yeah. Thank you, Jessica. And thank you for, thank you, everybody. I'm blown away. My fear was eradicated, and I should do this more often. I should do this more often because talking to you guys, getting your feedback, oh, it's heaven. It's heaven. And I appreciate you so much. I had this whole page of notes prepared. Like, okay, I need something to talk about in case I'm all alone until someone comes up. But when I saw that you guys were waiting, I was like, oh, thank God, 4 people are waiting on my scheduled live chat, which ended up not working, but whatever. The past is the past. I'm so glad this worked out so well. And you're very welcome. All of you are very welcome, and I am very thankful, and I'm glad we get to hold this space together. You're so welcome. You guys are so cute. Oh, yes. Ace coins for spending coins. Yeah, that little mouse was totally about to like put it into a what do you call them? A one-armed bandit or whatever. I'll definitely do another live chat. Definitely after this. This was so fun. So many readings. I thought I'd be on for like half an hour and then everybody would be done. slot machine. Thank you, Liberté. I cannot think of words anymore. I'm gonna step out on the balcony and enjoy the rainy mood out there right now. Yes, 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 yes. I love you all. The ending is always the hardest. I look forward to seeing you, and I'm very happy I hit 100 subscribers as well. It's so good to have all of you. Sorry, I'm totally high on tarot right now. I'll enjoy it. All right, stop now. I love you so, so much, and I'll hopefully see you soon. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.